David, you recently posted about an article called "What MFA is Not Actually MFA." What was your takeaway, and where do you think the current state of multi-factor authentication is today?
I think the current state of multi-factor authentication to me again goes back to people and building habits. It's no point in having MFA if we're not going to use it. And then some in the industry may disagree with me in terms of 2FA, two factor and text based authentication, but I would definitely like to see us move towards more token based MFA that's tied to a piece of hardware instead of text based, because we know that text messages can be spoofed. So I think the state of it is still there. Every company, I'm not knocking anyone, because every company has a decision to make. Some security is better than none, and some of these things there also have a cost associated with it. I get that, but I would like to see, now, especially with the cost of ownership has definitely come down a lot with true token based MFA products. I would like to see more of that out in the wild, so to speak.
I love it. Give us just a quick little understanding of the differences. Like, I understand the 2FA, the text to authentication. Talk to us about ways you could do token based.
Yeah, so the token base is, you're tokenized, you're creating a tokenized small like piece of software, and it's tied to a particular device. So in many cases, it's people's phones, okay, and it's tied to that phone, burned into the hardware addresses of that particular device. Many different products does it differently, but from a tokenization standpoint, that token is associated with the software that's tied to that particular device, whether it's a phone or a tablet. Okay. With text-based messages, it's tied to your phone number coming through the phone company and things like that. So, you have more, again, just from, cell phones being able to be, text messages, I'm sorry, being able to be spoofed. So you have an additional level of security there by being tied to an app, which is tied to a phone, which is tied to the hardware address level on that particular device.
And my understanding too is that like me, you probably have your phone set up with biometrics, so it even adds an additional layer. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I would definitely, we talk about defense in depth, but we always talk about it from an organizational level. You can apply defense in depth on a personal level, right? On your phone, for example, the example you use, biometrics to get into the phone, PIN codes to get into the application. And once in the application, then you have multiple layers of security to protect your information. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm all about biometrics.